Hey guys, still here, and welcome back to Victory at Sea Pacific. Previous episode, in case you missed it, I managed to sink 4 destroyers, but that came at a price because... where were they? Johnston here. The Enterprise Task Force, if I can find it, was that 8? Yeah, 8. The Enterprise Task Force was able to sink 4 submarines, at the cost of 4 destroyers. So, you gain a few, you lose a few. At least those 4 destroyers, or those 4 submarines that the Japanese sent my way, will not be able to challenge the convoy here and this task force down here. So I'm just gonna hold that as a good reason why I actually was able to sink them, despite losing those ships. Now over in the north we were engaged by a couple of light cruisers up here in Komandorsky. So far, they were able to sink everything. I did lose 2 ocean-going tugs. Not exactly sure if that's going to be too much of a problem. But, well, for the moment it seems like all is fine over there. Johnston is about to get quite busy with repairing these battleships, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Tennessee, and resupplying a couple of destroyers and the Guafina. And meanwhile, the other submarines are still heading out towards Wake Island. This is Task Force 2 and Task Force 15. I'm going to try and have TF-15 or TF-2 first scout out Wake Island, and then maybe, if at all possible, engage it with Task Force 15 with the battleship. And this is the battleship Colorado. Actually, let's have a look at the Colorado. Colorado... Here we are. 16-inch guns, 2 on the bow, 4 on the bow. Yep, 8 16-inch guns, a bunch of secondaries. 9 miles, 17 miles. That's good news. Kingfisher spotter plane. Speaking of which, I can use the spotter plane. Task Force 15, where are you? Spotter plane. Please go up ahead and do as your name implies. There's another Kingfisher up there. You're gonna go over here. And we're gonna save the third one, so that at least we have one ready to potentially help with the engagement at Wake Island. Submarine over here. Sorry, it's not just submarine, it's a bunch of cruisers and a bunch of destroyers. I'm going to pass the Marshall Islands, and I want to be looking at ships which might go between Marshall Islands and Macon Atoll. So that if I can bomb these, if I can raid them, I might be able to prevent enemy supplies being sent in from Marshall Islands to Macon Atoll and Tarawa. This TF2 is going to scout at Wake Island. TF3, the Albacore, is also going to Wake Island. TF14, the Hammerhead, going to Macon. Okay, I think that so far we're doing it alright, and we can speed things up. Let's check the port, because Pearl Harbor... Oh, hold on. Johnston Atoll is running low on supplies. Priority high. Extra supplies will be sent here. Especially with a couple of task forces being repaired at Johnston. I think that we are going to need a few more resources here. Let's see, TF8 looks like it's good to go. Yep, TF8's ready. That's the Enterprise. Let's send the Enterprise here. What's that? Patrol. Okay. And the other one that's at anchor there, that's the Pennsylvania, the Maryland, and Tennessee. I'm not even sure if this thing can be repaired here. Hold on. Has engaged the enemy. Like, what are we looking at? And there's more vessels which have been spotted. 4 cruisers. Ooh, this is going to get interesting. Enter combat. This is going to get interesting because now we're an aircraft carrier engaging a bunch of cruisers. That's what we have. What did they have? Futaka? And the Kinugasa. Is that it? That's possible. That's the Lexington. The Portland is the cruiser. The Chicago is the heavy cruiser. I would like the Chicago up front. Come on. There, Chicago up front. Okay, start the battle. Lexington. We're going to send out Torpedo Strike Squadron against Furutaka. And, the Alba is over there as well. They have a couple of planes up? That's interesting. That means that we're going to have to shoot those things down. Intercept aircraft. Now you can see these arrows up here. That means that the aircraft carrier has to go against the wind to launch the aircraft. At the moment it just is not able to do so yet. So this is sort of a launch queue if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, queued for launch. Currently it's one group of torpedo bombers, two groups of torpedo bombers, and a group of Wildcat fighters. Let's send up another fighter group. Intercept aircraft. And I want to send out more dive bomber squadrons against the Kinugasa. And a couple against the Alba. Let's see how this is going to work. Yeah, those planes are definitely coming this way. In a hurry, I might add. What are we looking at here? A Pete. Looks like a spotter. Not sure if that thing's even packing a bomb. Okay. Alright, the Grummins. The Wildcats are now coming off the deck. I'm going to intercept this thing first, and that thing after. The other Wildcats, pretty much the same orders. These things are coming in fast. I hope my Wildcats can gain altitude fast enough. There's the Petes. Yeah, it's a spotter flight. They might be serving as spotters for the other ones so that the ships can fire at a longer range. Again, I'm not exactly sure how this game handles that specifically, but that's what I think might be going on. I want both of you, Baker Squadron. You're gonna work together. It's Easy Squadron, Fox Squadron. Let's see, from the top. Baker, you're gonna go for the Kinugasa. Fox, you're gonna go for Taka. George, you're gonna go for that one. And the carrier's gonna have to launch a few more. I don't have any torpedo bombers left, but I do have our dive bombers. A lot of fighters. Alright, send out two more against the Alba. Okay, good. Now, let's see if we can shoot down those aircraft. Those spotters. Because they're still here. And they're pretty damn close. I'm not even sure what sort of AA I have on these things. Where are the Wildcats? Here are the Wildcats. It's two flights of Wildcats. Engage the Petes. Now we're trying to ditch as much altitude as possible, which is always a better thing than trying to gain altitude. Oh, you get one? We're definitely shooting at something. Yep, we're trying to shoot down a spotter flight. A flight of one aircraft, but sure. We got one. There's the wreck. Whoa, that's landing awfully close to the Enterprise. Sorry, Lexington, not the Enterprise. That was some interesting water skimming flying. There's another spotter flight up there. Intercept. These things can turn on a dime. Not quite sure if that's what the game has in mind. But here we are. And for some reason, Chicago doesn't have any AA or is not using it. Come on, kill the spotters. There you go. Good work. Okay, spotters are dead. I am seeing another one up there. Intercept. What you got there? I need you guys to rejoin formation. Because if we are going to attack, we're going to do it together. You were tasked with, I think, the Kinugasa? Maybe? The first actual air attack that I'm doing. What's that? Spotter. 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 Perfect. Okay. I wonder how these torpedo bombers are going to handle their attack. They're moving at 30 meters above sea level. It's 90 feet. I don't think that engaging a ship head-on like this is a good idea. Maybe these guys have a different opinion on that. Oh, hold on. They're all engaging the same ship. What are you engaging? Is that a dead ship? That's a dead ship. Ah! The Dauntlesses. Was that the dive bombers? That's the dive bombers. In fact, that's the dive bombers going home. So it looks like they... Yep, there we go. That's what I was concerned with. People on a flight, move here. Oh, hang on, you guys are out. Rejoin, land. George. Go over here, George. You're the only one who still has torpedoes. I don't really see how this is likely to hit, unless the Kinugasa just keeps steaming on its current course. I am much more likely to get a kill by coming from the side. Look at that! The ship is just not correcting course whatsoever. Hit, kill. Ship destroyed. Torpedoes in the water. And we are leaving. The only thing that has something left is the Wildcats. You're going to eat a torpedo as well? Have you not learned to change direction every once in a while? I wonder if this thing has enough speed to catch the others, but I think it will. Okay, Lexington. Dauntless. These two. Engage. Dog Squadron. Looks like the Furutaka is about to have a bad day. Yep, he's done. Okay. So that's 3 cruisers over there. Not bad. Dog Squadron. Where are you at? Dog Squadron. No? That's the Wildcats on patrol. Are you guys still taking off or something? Aha! They're queued for launch. Maybe the Lex... Yeah, I think the Lex is receiving aircraft. There we go. There's the dive bomber flight taking off. That's Dog Group. Okay. Combat box formation. Works for me. Go and hit it. Able Squadron. Should it be... I don't know, heading over here. The rest of the planes are coming home. Let's see what that animation's like. That's not even too bad. You actually see them making a turn and coming in for the carrier. That's the Devastators coming home. And these are the Dauntlesses. So that first flight of Dauntlesses was extremely effective and was actually able to kill a ship all by itself. Well, I mean, it was 2 squadrons, but sure. Looks like we lost 1 plane here and none elsewhere. Perfect. Now, let's see, are these things resupplying or something? I think they might be. Not 100%. We shall see. Oh, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Make it happen. Bombs away. Whoa, whoa. Nice one. Enemy fleet destroyed in the North Pacific. That's 4 cruisers. Very nice. Okay. What did I lose there? 3 planes? Resulting battle was decisive victory for our naval forces, resulting in the sinking of 4 enemy vessels. We launched 0 torpedoes, fired 0 gun rounds. Yeah. I don't think we lost too much there. So that was a really good round. That cost them a couple of cruisers and got me some war bonds. Also, it clears the way towards Wake Island. So let's just check. Want you guys back on board. Can we land here? We're gonna land by yourself. You gentlemen. Now let's move. I suppose these are coming home? Japanese still have a spotter aircraft out here. Attack that. Wonder where those spotters are planning on landing. Because there is not really a safe stretch of terrain out here for them. Okay, let's keep moving. Let's see how the construction of those new destroyers is going. That was out in Pearl. We're gonna have a couple of destroyers in 9 days. One is 60 war bonds. I'm at 262, which means that not for too long I can build myself another aircraft carrier. That might be better. How is that other group doing that I told to get repairs? I don't think it is getting repairs. Go back to Pearl Harbor to repair. That thing actually has a shipyard. I don't... Look, I imagine we can resupply here, but not repair. The subs, one there, one there. Oh, that's a convoy. That's another convoy. There's a sub. The hell's the other sub? I thought I had another one. TF-12. Tuvalu's been occupied. Well, that's unfortunate, but there's not a whole lot that I can do about that at the moment. Speed up. 287. How much do I need? 300 something? 310. 290. It's a Yorktown aircraft carrier. 7 dive bombers. Oh wow. Hold on. You can even select what sort of planes they have. Okay. I don't think we can have Catalinas on board though. That wouldn't be sensible. Devastators. Dauntless. I imagine you can unlock new aircraft. Okay. 7 dive bombers, 7 torpedo bombers, and 10 strike craft. So that's... yeah, the Wildcats. Could I say I want more Devastators? Not really. No, that doesn't quite work. Okay, lesson learned. Good, back to coastal. Some of these guys are seemingly quite unhappy with their defense force. Personnel? No. Fleet? Yes. Boost morale? Don't know exactly if that's going to do much, but we shall see. Okay, let's speed up time. See if we can finally get to the islands here that I've been talking about for the last 2 episodes. Eight's on patrol. 8, by the way, can launch aircraft. Just to scout out ahead. Every bit of scouting helps, especially if you have something as expensive as an aircraft carrier here. Okay, we need to move the whole task force a little closer. One still going for repairs to Pearl. Task Force 6. Houston. Ah, right. TF-12. Are they done yet? Is that what the game's trying to tell me? No, 4 days. Oh, and I can build an aircraft carrier now. Build. Yorktown class aircraft carrier, 78 days. That's a little over 2 months. Okay, so we have TF2 up here. Kataro, I want you to scout out the place. Task Force 1 is on repair. Hammerhead still moving south. The thing is, I need to be conducting a raid, not so much just attack Marshall Islands, because my objective is to raid Mackinac Atoll. That's probably going to get me more war bonds as well if I'm successful. Let's see, where are my carriers? 6 is at Hawaii. Enterprise is en route. Where's 12? Lexi. Ah, the Lexi's near Wake. Good. Okay, speed 500. Let's have a look. Scout it out. I think the DD is a good job at doing that. Sneakily, periscope. Task Force 17. 2 destroyers. Flint and Harmson. Task Force 2. Back to you at Wake Island. Yeah, we can raid it. Yeah, right. Port Moresby is under attack. Is that ours? Maybe it is. Enter combat. Are these even mine? That's British. Oh, maybe it's just indicating that it's an ally of mine. I can't help them. Don't have the assets. Okay. Can you scout it? What are you doing? Ah, never mind. It's being scouted. 45%. Good, so it is working. What about... Actually, can we enter combat? Enemy has launched an amphibious operation on Port Moresby. Oh, now I can enter combat? Get this game at times. So what do they want me to do? That's a lot of landing craft. It's a really big lot of landing craft. Do we even have ships? It's not mine. I can't help them. Let's see, this is Port Moresby. Sorry, not Port Moresby, this is Wake Island. Are you scouting this, or... What was that again? G is the periscope, I think? Yeah, periscope. No idea what's going on there. But I did see a fleet of some sort. Just keep going with the recon. Task Force 3 is ready. There's Macon. Enterprise right behind it. See, this is the Lexington. I could merge these groups. Give me a bit more firepower. Not sure if it's going to be necessary yet. Let's get a little closer. Hold on, move to Wake Island. No. North Pacific for the moment. Come on. Fine. Hold here. Scouted 48%. 50. I think that the better we scout it, the better I'm able to pick point targets. Task Force 2, submersibles near Wake Island. Task Force 2 is a submersible itself. Well, this is going to be interesting. I didn't even know there were submersibles down there. What are we looking at? Fleet. Yeah, what sort of fleet? How's the Guitarro? Here. So what are we doing here? Oh. What are those? What are those? Those motor launchers or something. Small patrol ships. Torpedo boats! Yes, that. Good lot of them too. Okay. I can submerge. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to go with those motor launchers over there. I'd hate to lose this sub for the moment. TF-12 attacked in the North Pacific? What? View on map. Enter combat. Well, this is what I get for not sending out air patrols. Scramble the fighters. Intercept aircraft. Where are the aircraft, though? Oh, there's plenty of them here. B-5 Kates. Yeah, we're gonna have to send up all the fighters. This is going to be interesting, because I think that those things are coming off of Wake. How the hell are you being hit? You're gonna have issues. I have to take manual control of the Porter. The Chicago's been hit? Yep, a little bit. Damage. Port and starboard torpedo tubes don't work. Propulsion seems to be out as well. We're doing 10 knots and that's it. Okay, Porter. He's going to be limping about for a while. Okay, so lesson learned. Make sure you have adequate supply of planes overhead. Because if you don't, then the enemy is going to make use of that. Should engage these in return. I wonder if we're fast enough. What are you guys up to? You're intercepting the high ones, so are you and you. I should go after these. Don't know if we're going to catch them, but we might as well try. Charlie, Baker, Baker. These are the ones. Looks like we're almost in range of those B5Ns. Hopefully. What's your other group? Got one. You engage these next. What happens if I don't task them? They're gonna just manually pick out targets? I guess not really. Ammo depleted. Really? Already? Doesn't look like it to me. How is your ammo depleted? I mean, it's possible, it's just... it feels a little unlikely. Land. So what are you guys up to? Ah, you're still intercepting one of those B5s. Scratch one. Dog is almost on another one. There you go. Next one. We lost one though. There's a flight right next to you. Got him. Lost one. That's unfortunate, but they're definitely losing more aircraft than I am. Which I think is important, considering the amount of planes that they probably have stationed on that island. Albacore, where the hell are you? That's the other ships. This is getting curious. That's Task Force 3, I think. Can we still continue to scout out the island? We are scouting it out. Okay. I want you to raid. Same goes for you. Raid it. Okay, how about the others? Task Force 6. We're gonna get you the destroyers. It's Task Force 17. Okay. Pearl is still working on the other destroyer? Yeah, there's another one coming out in 9 days. I could also get... Oops, sorry about that. Another Atlanta. Or an oil tanker. Let's go for an Atlanta. For 35 I can upgrade it to have more AA. A little ways off for that. Okay. TF-12. Looks like we're still scaring off other planes. Vessel is sailing into the wind. Good. Up you go. Can we intercept that? Or... I think the game doesn't even know what those are. Enemy fleet destroyed near Wake Island. Perfect, but I have no idea what I just destroyed. Did we lose fighters? Out of fuel. Oh, they're coming home, I think. Yeah, looks like. Yes. Task Force 12 has been attacked. Again. Enter combat. Let's see. But apparently there's more airplanes out here. Maybe? At all? I'm not even sure about that. Where are you going? Ah, this is the dive bomber flight. Looks like they're going to head to Wake. Good. I'm gonna raid this place, do some damage. The question is, how do we actually take it? I have no idea about that. Looks like Colorado is still not engaging. Port Moresby has been occupied. Okay, that's unfortunate. There's the dive bomber flight. Looks like TF-12 is running an air patrol against the enemy airplanes, I think. We continue to scout it out? No. Merge fleets. Patrol, repair, resupply, amphibious assault. Amphibious assault using a submarine. Yeah, right. How do we do naval or amphibious invasions? Pearl, shipyard, cargo, Clemson, tug, cargo ship, tanker. No idea. Okay. Well, let's see if we can fix that. For some reason these dive bombers seem to be a little inconclusive about what they're actually going to be doing. Like, are you going or are you not going? Because all you're doing right now is wasting a ton of fuel. More aircraft. They keep saying there's aircraft about, but I don't see them. Ah. There they are. Send out 3 flights. Intercept aircraft. Queued for launch. Where are they? Oh, the carrier's still turning around. Lexington still has to maneuver towards or into the wind. That's why they're not launching. We do have, however, one lonely section of Wildcats out here. Fighter flights. These are inbound. These vowels. Let's see if I can change their mind about that. Not even sure where these things are coming from. Are these still going towards Wake Island, or... This is one of those moments where the game just makes no sense. Like, right now, what are we doing? These fighters are bouncing up and down, mostly gaining altitude at the moment. Gaining, gaining, gaining. I thought they were going to intercept those vowels. But they don't seem to be in a big hurry. Land. If you're not going to be doing anything useful, land. Want you to land. Maybe we need to attack these guys first. Again, not really sure if this is what the game intends or not. Looks like there's one bird left. Got him. Well done. Now to see if there's anything else. There's Kates. Are these inbound or outbound? Ammo depleted. All of them? Okay, I want you guys to go home. You and you still have ammo. Intercept. They're not even in the same area. Okay. There's the dive bomber flight, heading back to the Lexington. Looks like for some reason we're not even refueling these things. Why is that? Well, we still have enemy airplanes incoming, that's for sure. They are, in fact, almost on top of my carrier. Well, while these guys are doing some acrobatic stuff. You, where's the carrier? Up here. Go. Go make yourself useful. Come on. Come on, game, what are you doing? Land. If you're not going to be useful, just land. Carrier. How are you doing? There's the planes. Again, I have no idea what Fox Squadron is up to. Now they're gonna go after the Vals. I think we're gonna be attacked here, Lexington. Chicago looks like it also took a bit of a beating. It does have some AA guns. Ship weapon, anti-air weapon, yeah. Ah, we have one lonely Wildcat squadron up here. Engaging airplanes. Oh, did we lose the DD? Yeah, we lost the DD. We lost the Porter. We need an in-game strategic map, or tactical map might be the better term, that's going to tell you exactly what you're looking at, how many ships there are incoming, what sort of units you're looking at, and what you need to be paying attention to. Because at the moment, I'm not getting any of that information. I'm trying to figure out where the flights are coming from, what they're doing, what their exact intent is. But at the moment, I have no idea. So does this set them as an AA weapon or unset them as an AA weapon? No idea. Well, at least Portland made the turn in time. You firing at something all of a sudden? See, this is something else that I'm not quite clear on. When it says set as anti-air weapon, does that mean if I click it, it will set it? Or that it is currently set as an anti-air weapon? Because that is a bit of a difference. But a vital one as far as I'm concerned. Because the one means that the AA guns are currently working. The other one means that the AA guns are currently not doing anything. It's all a bit confusing. Overall, holy fuck, look at all these Japanese birds up here. Overall, I have very little idea of how this fight is going exactly. Which is another thing, that it's not good if the commander doesn't know what's going on. And I am not quite sure if that is down to me not interpreting the things correctly, or down to the game not relaying the information correctly. I'm gonna leave that somewhere down the middle. Anyway, this is it for now. I'm going to be looking into the rest of this fight next episode, and hopefully I'll have a bit of a better idea of what's going on, because at the moment I can't really say that I know what's going on. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon for the next episode.